A very good morning to all of you. So we are back with the session of advanced business communication. Now, just because of this pandemic, the business communication, the communication is again playing a very important role. Now, reason why communication is important because in the physical presence, when everyone was present physically, at that point of time, people were present in front of us, and communication was quite easy. But now, when people are working virtually, it is becoming a challenge to communicate. It is becoming really very difficult that by what way we should communicate, because when we talk about communication, major part of the communication, major part of the communication is by the non-verbal way. That is expression, gestures, postures, body language. But all these things are missing now. We are communicating on phone. We are communicating on Zoom calls. We are using these video calls platform like Zoom, Jitsi, OBS, Google Meet. We are using these platforms to communicate with each other. Now, communication on this platform is not very effective because we can only hear the voice. Now, what are the major challenges we are facing when we are communicating virtually? The challenges as in we cannot see their facial expression, their gestures, posture, body language, eye contact, all these things are missing. When we are communicating, at times it is the technology, right? It is the technology which we are using. So we are not even sure whether this technology, like there can be any time, there can be sudden network failure. Again, the communication, maybe just for fraction of second, let's say for 30 seconds or 1 minute, the network failed and you have rejoined. So either party don't know, sender don't know whether you were available when he was explaining, and the receiver don't know what he spoke in last 1 minute. So this is again the challenges which we are facing when we are going with the virtual ways of working. So because when we talk about communication, in communication, not only our words are considered, along with our words, our body language is also considered. That is an important part of communication process. That is known as non-verbal communication. So non-verbal communication is very important, and that is completely missing when we are talking about virtual way of working. So today we will be talking about non-verbal communication. Now, what is non-verbal communication? So non-verbal communication means the transmission of message or signals through a non-verbal platform such as eye contact, facial expression, gestures, postures, and body language. So the transmission of the message, the sharing of the message with the non-verbal mode of communication is known as non-verbal communication. And non-verbal communication, we are not using any kind of words. We are communicating by the use of eye contact. We are doing proper eye contact, which shows that yes, you are paying attention to the things we are speaking. Then we go with the facial expressions, expression on face. Many times the words may say the wrong thing, which is words can indicate the wrong message, but our face, our gestures, postures, body language will never tell the wrong meaning of the word, wrong meaning of what we are trying to deliver. The most honest feedback, the most honest message which we get is by the non-verbal communication, that is by mode of eye contact, facial expression, gestures, and postures. Just think, if I just do not turn on the camera, there's a meeting going on, and whatever I'll say you will believe. But if my camera is on, if you can see my face, if you can see my hand gestures, you can see my posture, my body language, you will get to know that whether I'm interested in listening to you or not. Like this challenge, mostly this challenge is faced by the educational line. People, students have kept their camera off, they're not turning on the camera, the camera is always off, and now the speaker, the teacher, doesn't know whether the students are listening or not. Are they just joining for the sake of getting the attendance? So this is the major challenge which we are facing nowadays. But again, to overcome the challenge, there is one more thing which you can use, is the voice tone. That again plays a very important message in delivering the thing. Now see, when world is becoming smart, when the world is becoming digital, we also have to bring few things by which we can also overcome these challenges coming in the way of communication. Now, non-verbal communication, though these things are missing, but how you are going, if I say that non-verbal communication is missing, now how you are going to check whether the listener is attentive or not, whether he or she is listening to you or not? For that, you can go with the regular feedback. Like in between, you can ask the question, you can ask them to share their feedback, share their suggestion. That is again one of the way to check whether they are listening, paying attention or not, when this non-verbal signals are missing. So basically, non-verbal communication is the use of signals where our words, our spoken words doesn't are not used. Only the body language, gestures, postures, eye contact, all these things are used to communicate the message. Body movements and gestures constitute 55% of effective communication, and see how important these body movements and gestures are, and that is only missing when we all are working virtually. Whatever message we deliver, let's take the example of the speaker. The speaker who is representing, who is standing in front of the audience, who is talking, he will constitute his personality, his body movements, his gestures. All these things are considered as a very effective mode of communication. People not only just understand the message by the words he or she is speaking, but they also look at the body movement and gestures, what he or she is saying. That's why we say that you need to be formal, professional, properly dressed. You should know how and when to move your hand, the way of standing. All these things are the part of effective communication. A person, a speaker standing with a messy hair, who is always busy keeping the hairs back, who is just moving right and left without standing, he's not standing at proper place, he's just using unnecessary body movements. Our mind will get distracted with what exactly we are supposed to understand. Should we understand the words we are hearing, or we just get distracted with the body language we are seeing? So body movement and gestures together constitute to 55% of the effective communication. And now when I'm saying 55%, you can understand the importance of these signals and signs, because only 45% of the message is communicated using the verbal language, using your spoken words. Rest 55 is communicating with your gestures and body movement. Now, it takes place without written or spoken words. Now, it takes place without written or spoken words. As we saw, signals. Signals doesn't need words. That's what we have read in the first line. So it is spoken. It is conveyed to other person without any kind of word or written mode. Nonverbal communication is those messages that are expressed by the means other than Linguistic, we all know linguistic is related to the language. This linguistic word means language. So it is those messages that are expressed by the means other than the language. Any other means which you are using to express yourself other than the spoken word is known as non-verbal communication. While you can refuse to speak or write, it is impossible to avoid behaving non-verbally. Yes. See, you don't want to say anything. Someone has told something. Okay. Someone has told something and you are not saying anything. You're not saying yes for that. You're not saying no for that. But reading your face, the person will get the message that yes, you are not happy with that. You are not agreeing with what other person said. So many times your words may refuse to speak, but your expressions, your gestures, your body language will not avoid these things. So while you can refuse to speak or write, it is impossible to avoid this non-verbal signs. Now, what are the indicators of non-verbal communication? So we are just talking about the indicators. See here, if you can see, what is the like there are two pictures I have used. One where they are waving their hand. So in whatever language they say, hello, hola, salute, hi, hello, whatever they are saying. But if someone wave the hand like this, no matter whether we understand the word he is saying, the language he or she is speaking, but if he or she is waving the hand, we will understand that the other person is trying to say hi to us. If he is coming, if he is going back, if he is waving, it will say that yes. So non-verbal communication is something which is dependent upon the external factors along with the time when you are using it. So except this, when we see the other picture there, when you see someone shaking hand, he's not speaking to you, you're just sitting and observing. What you will say, oh, they are shaking and they are saying hello. If you see someone with this posture, that means, oh, someone is talking on phone. If you see someone busy with the laptop, oh, I think they are discussing something very urgent related to the reports or related to the official work. So these are the body language by which we understand the things. When we were, let's say when you are in the college, at home, seeing the body language, gestures, postures of your parents, you just think, okay, no, parents, and my mama and my daddy is angry, so it's not the right time to ask them for anything. How you got to know? Did they tell you that they are angry? Their expression, their gestures, postures, body language indicated that thing to you. Now, oh, they're smiling, they're looking very happy. Let me just go and ask. Now, when you ask something, let's say you have asked that, Mama, everyone is going out, Daddy, everyone is going on and out, and I'm also planning to, I also want to go with them. Just a smile. Just the smile will indicate, okay, my parents are happy, they are okay, that yes, I can go out. It's a yes from their end. What? A strange look, angry look. This will indicate they don't want me to go out. So this is the effect of body language, the expression, gestures, postures. And many times, eye contact is very important because it will help you to know the truthfulness of the information that the person is sharing verbally. Yes, the eyes never lie. Eyes, face, hands, body, gestures, postures, they are never going to lie. If the words are different from whatever is running in the mind, you will see difference in the words they are speaking. You will see a lot of difference, that yes, things are different. Now let's check about the indicators of non-verbal communication. We'll be discussing about type of indicators. That is, one indicator is the positive, three types. That is, one is the positive indicator, indicators. What things is smile thing, and if they just smile, so you simply assume that yes, it is a yes from their end. So smile always conveys a positive indication, positive message towards anything. Let's say if the thing is related to your work, if you submit your work, person smiles, then yes, you understand, yes, my work was good, he or she is happy with my work. So smile is always considered as the positive indication towards your message. Second is open posture. What do you mean by the word open posture? What is open posture? So, the body is open to accept whatever you are saying. You know, the arms, legs, all are relaxed. We are not holding them tight. That is the open posture. So, when you have this open posture, this is again a sign of positive indicator. You know, and when you're in open posture, you might expect to use someone directly facing you with hands with you, and hands are apart, or the arms are relaxed. So an open posture is always can be used whenever you want to indicate something positive. So that is the open posture, that yes, you are accepting whatever the other person is saying. Now, what is interested expression? Interested expression, what kind of interested expression we can have? A smile, yes, nodding the head, okay, thumbs up, shake hand. These all are the interested expression, that yes, we are interested to work with you, to deal with you, to enter into a contract with you. So all these things will show the interested expression. Moderate eye contact. Moderate means at times you have the eye contact, at times you are looking somewhere else. So that is the moderate eye contact. When you maintain this eye contact, again, it will show, it will indicate it will give the positive results only. It will have the positive indication towards the message you are listening, that yes, you are listening properly. I'm not saying you are denying or accepting, but yes, you are paying proper attention to whatever you are listening. Next is accurate pitch and volume of voice. So the pitch or volume of voice you are using. Next is the negative submissive. Now, negative submissive, laundering voice, differentiating expression, deceitful look. So these are the negative submissive reactions. These are the negative reaction towards the message you are getting. Negative aggressive can be raking fingers, fast speech, superficial expression, immoderate eye contact, and harsh voice. These are the form of non-negative aggressive, you know, where you are showing, your body is showing aggression towards the thing. Your body is sending the negative messages. Your body is sending the negative feedback. Negative is result, negative feedback to whatever the other person have said. These are the negative aggressive messages. These can be sent by the use of harsh voice, wagging fingers, fast speech, supercilious expressions, and immoderate. This is immoderate eye contact. Means you are not making proper, you're not doing proper eye contact with the people. Now, next, after this, now there are many different types of non-verbal communication. If we talk about the non-verbal communication, what are the different types of What are the different types of non-verbal communication which you know? Like what are the different types of non-verbal communication? You all know there are going to be lot of different types of non-verbal communication. So the first type of non-verbal communication is body language. With our body language, we communicate many things. Many things are communicating. The way we stand, the way we walk, the way we move our body, the way we move our head, the way we move our fingers, each and every part of the body gives some message to the other person. Each and every part of the body is carrying some message. So your body parts, let it be hands, fingers, eyes, neck, arms, legs, everything is communicating something. That is the non-verbal communication which the body is sending. Second is paralanguage. Paralanguage is the intonations, pitch, speed of speaking, hesitation, gestures, and facial expression. Now, in paralanguage, everything is included, like the hesitation. This paralanguage is related to the words you are speaking. So when you are speaking, the hesitation of the noise, the speed in which you are speaking, the gestures which you are showing, the facial expressions you are using, all these things are the form of paralanguage non-verbal communication. Next is the space. Now, you might be saying that how space plays an important role. Space is taken as a form of non-verbal communication. Why? How space is taken as a non-verbal communication. So if we talk about space in non-verbal communication, the space between the object, the space between two persons will define about the non-verbal signals you are sending. So space is often associated with social rank, and it is an important part of the business communication. The people from different diverse culture may have different normative space expectation. Let's say if we talk about India, when male and female are talking, we have a distance between each other, not even male female, even whenever two individuals are talking, we just prefer having some space between each other. But maybe for some other culture it's not so. They do not have space between each other when they're talking. They may sit close to each other and they talk. So it depends upon person to person and from culture to culture, from which background a person is coming. According to him, different space communicate different meanings. Let's say if you are going to the interview, and in interview, if the chair is placed very close to the interviewer, what do? You go there, you put the chair back, you pull it back, you sit there, you're not dragging it close again. This shows that you are quite nervous, you are afraid, you are hesitant. This will show this. If you want to show your confidence, you can just push your chair close to the person where it was placed, and this is going to show your confidence that yes, you are confident enough and you are not hesitant, you are not afraid. So space plays a very important role when you are communicating verbally. What space you are sitting, how much distance you are maintaining. Then comes the surrounding. Again, in which surrounding you are. This is again one of the type of nonverbal communication. Is the silence is a mere acceptance. If a person is being silent for something, if he is not giving any kind of signals, if he is just being quiet, that means it is yes from his side. Silence is treated as a acceptance. So these are the 5 different types of communication, and today we'll be starting with the first type of communication, non-verbal communication, that is kinesics. So the study of body movement, this is basically the body movement, the first time which we have discussed, that is body language. This is related to the body language. So the study of body movement starts from a part of non-verbal communication is known as kinesics. So this is the basically related to the body movements, because you cannot, you can control your mouth, but you cannot control your body language. Your body language, your expressions, your gestures, your postures are not in your control. It is an integral part of the communication. Whenever you are communicating, whatever you are communicating, this part of communication, this body, the use of body language will always be there, until and unless you are not standing in front, you are not on phone call. Okay, you cannot say that on phone how we are going to see the body language. Here you are not seeing the body language, but the body language is still communicating. The only difference is we cannot see that. So in communication, if we talk about words, if we talk about the speaking, this non-verbal, the body language, act as an integral part of our communication. Now, a receiver is supposed to observe non-verbal communication and 55% of the time. So receiver understand the message, observe this non-verbal communication and get the idea of the message, understands the message 55% of the time by these signals. Most of the part of the message is delivered using the body language, not the verbal words. Our body consciously as well as unconsciously convey messages, moods, attitudes, etc. in the same way as language uses set of words to convey meaning. See, body language works in the same way. The way your mouth works, whenever you have something in your mind, your mouth speaks. Same way, our body also works consciously or unconsciously to convey the meaning, to convey your mood swings, to convey your attitude, to convey your words, to convey your message. For all these things, body language is used. As I have given you the example that if you want to take permission for anything, you always see the mood of your parents. And how you get to know? You don't go and ask them that, Mama, Papa, are you angry? Are you upset? Are you going through a stressful day? No, you just see them, you just understand their body language and you decide that what they have gone through. Are they feeling relaxed? Are they angry? Or it's the right time to talk to them. You know, the most, if you really want to study the body language, the best place where you can study this body language is study the body language of a small kid who cannot speak. You will understand that small kid, you know, why we are saying this non-verbal communication, the use of body language as the most important part of communication, as an integral part of communication. You know, a child, when he doesn't know how to speak, still the child communicates each and everything very clearly by the use of body language. He's feeling hungry, he's feeling tired, he wants something, he wants to play, he's excited, he said, everything is conveyed by the child using his or her body language. That is the best example you can take, you can study if you really want to study the body language. You know, at that age, we don't know what it's body language, but still the first form of communication which we learn is the non-verbal form of communication, that is the use of body movement. That is the first way by which we communicate with the people. We all started communicating with people using our body language only. We learned later how to speak words, how to frame the sentences, how to make the sentences, how to speak. But initially, when we were very small, we always used this body language, this non-verbal communication to communicate. So that's why we say that it is an integral part of the communication. First, under this body language, first thing comes is the facial expression, universal facial expression. We can see 4 faces over here: happiness, anger, fear, and sadness. Now, seeing these faces, we all can recognize that yes, they are the expression they are giving. They are happy, they are sad, they are angry, and they are afraid. The feeling of fear is also there. So, facial expression is one of the important part by which you communicate with each other. So, in the facial expression, it says the face is the mirror of the mind. Absolutely right. Whatever is running in your mind, whatever words you want to speak, the face is the reflection of that. You can hide your words, but you cannot hide the expression on the face. That's why we say that people who are good mind readers, why we call them as mind readers, because they can read your face and understand what is running in your mind. That's why many times people say they are the good mind readers. How they have become good mind readers? Because they can read your face. A person who can read the expressions, read the face of other person, can read the mind also, because mind mirror, because face is the mirror of your mind. It tells you whatever is running in your mind. The face can convey energy, anger, grief, sincerity, and a host of other feelings and emotions. So, face can convey each and everything. It can convey the energy, it can convey the anger, it can convey the grief, it can convey sincerity, it can convey sadness, happiness, fear. Everything can be conveyed, everything can be expressed using this emotion, using the face. A smile means friendliness, while a frown means anger. When you're smiling, it will say that yes, it is a friendly smile, you are happy, but a frown means anger. A creased forehead shows worry. Crease, or that crease means the lines which comes on your forehead, that shows that yes, you are worried about something, you are thinking about something. So that creased forehead shows worry. A raised elbow, raised eyebrow, we raise our eyebrow. So this raised eyebrow shows surprise. You're surprised. So that's what I said. Each and every body part, each and every body part, each and everything on your face communicate non-verbally, having some meaning. That's why many times we think we can tell that person that we are surprised, we are angry, but by seeing our face, by seeing our expression, our body language, the other person get to know those things. A raised eyebrow shows surprise, and it is very important to exercise a check and control over your feeling. Now, it is very important. Many times what happens, if we are chatting with someone and another person says, whom you are chatting, you are chatting to your friend, you're chatting to your mothers, is there something serious going on? Because whatever we are reading, that is being shown on our face. So you can control. If you try, see, easily these expressions cannot be controlled. These are not in your hand. These will come automatically. But if you can control your mind from, and at times it is very over your feelings, so that these expression for face, at times it really becomes important to have control over that. And now important is facial mind. It shows whatever is running in your mind is being shown in the words expressed and the words to the other person. So it is the mirror image, it is the reflection of your own mind. So yes, we are done with facial expression. There are a few more which we will be discussing. Like, it's a very long topic, this non-verbal communication. So rest we are going to discuss in the next session of business communication. Any doubts still here? If you have any doubts still here, you can ask. No doubts? I hope this non-verbal, you have got the meaning, like how we communicate non-verbally. Okay, so we are done with today's session. We'll have the next session next week, and now there are two more sessions lined up for the day that we will have at 4 and 4:50. Bye bye. Take care. Have a wonderful day.